Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to more Starfox Adventures. Previously, we cleared the wall city, obtaining the first spellstone after defeating a giant T-Rex pretty easily, surprisingly. Only difficulty being that I had to keep an eye on stuff during the episode, but that's fine. This episode, well, I changed Tricky's colour. It's green with blue on his back. I got a couple of different colours, but basically every 12th time you throw Tricky's ball, as I've stated in episode 15, that's when I finally got around to getting some images. Every 12th time he will change colour, but it won't show like with purple, he'll just change. And you won't, there's no indication of him sort of, I guess, glowing like a Pokemon evolution. But I haven't got every colour, but this is my personal favourite one on Tricky, so I'm going to do that. And this episode, well, I was thinking let's continue on with the story, but there's a lot of stuff we should get. First thing we're going to do is start making our way back to Cape Claw. So some stuff we can get, because there will be a certain point in the game where I'm going to want to make sure that I've got everything. So I'm going to try that for now. And I would jump cut, but there is something I can show. I'm just vain. It's just a bit of my nose, like a clump or something that I'm trying to get, but I'll ignore it. The reason we're going over here to Life Village. Huh? It's because this is when the cutscene triggers to open Life Village. It shows you the combinations you need to hit. But we already figured that out already. So now we'll head on into Life Village. You may be asking, why would you do that? You said you hated this bit. Well, I hate to include spirits, part of it. But I don't mind everything else. Because honestly, test of strength is fine, test of speed is only bad if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, here's something we can get. We're gonna jump up here. And I think it's this way. Now you can do the trials if you want to try and beat your time. Can you beat 5 seconds on test of strength? Probably. There's definitely someone that's done it like immediately, but I don't really care about beating my record on this. Instead, we want to keep an eye out. Is this guy?
Look out for my 3 babies. I think they're in the forest.
Look out for 3 babies, think they're in the forest. Yeah, I believe this is a complete side quest that we can do. Can I speak with you?
My babies, they are so naughty. They like to play on the ground.
Yeah, it's a ton of bobbies we gotta look for. If you ask them for the hint, they'll say, oh, they like playing in the forest and all that. You gotta look around, basically, and find all of them. There should be one in here, though. There's this blue bit, which shows that there is a baby here. Pretty sure you're meant to smack him. Tricky, please do annoy. Unless can Tricky use fire? Stay there. You should move backwards now. an episode of how to grab the babies into that. Okay, I'm gonna jump cut, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the way this works is you have to make the light for babies go towards the blue light. So honestly, just sort of walk them towards it. Because he will argue a lot. So you just gotta take it slow. Bit tricky with a GameCube joystick though. Hey! Go that way. Why don't you go that way? Sorry, Tricky. Well, that's just weird. They sometimes just decide not to go that way. There you go. That's one. You were right there. Oi. You are right there. No. There we go. Don't get too close. You should be fine. At least I think so. It's a weird one. And Tricky wants to play, which we're not going to. He's on my favorite color scheme right now. Go that way. There you go. That's the third one. As they said, well, there's multiple different lifers with different children. One said that their children like to play in the forest, which is actually up here. It's one frame. Here. If you go up here, you should see another blue light. I want to say it was over here. No, maybe I have to talk to another Lightfoot. Because I might have triggered it. Maybe you have to talk to him to trigger the search. Actually, there's a blue light. This one could be awkward. As you can probably tell. You gotta sort of hurt them. It's kind of like how you do the herding in Twilight Princess. Normal sword. If only Tricky would help out, that'd be great. There you go. And as for the third one, we actually need to leave Lightfoot Village. In fact, we should probably defeat Shark Claws while we're here. And boom. And dead. As you can see, some of these trees are glowing red when we hit them. If I can showcase it. Or is it just that one? Couldn't be this one. Hey, this one's glowing red. That one's glowing red. So is that one. We think it's a bit strange for the trees to glow, but the reason for that is you need to go up here. In fact, let's grab this magic while we can. And what we need to do is take out a handy scope. And we need to look at the trees. So maybe I didn't hit the trigger for it. Maybe I need to talk to Lightfoot. Of course, behind these guys. We'll open this up. Hang on then. You should see Lightfoot's poking out from those trees. It might have shown up in the recording actually, and I might not have seen it through thing. But we'll see. This is closed. There are some fuel cells in there. Head on up and talk to you.
My babies like to climb trees. Find all three and I'll reward you.
Alright. So that should be the trigger hit. I think you do have to talk to them in order for the babies to show up. Except the Sharp Claws did show up again. You see, now they should be showing up in trees. Now the Sharp Claws are back. But I don't think you actually need... Yeah. You don't need to actually check the trees. You can just smack the trees and they'll fall out. I just want to know. Yeah, I'll just see him hanging out. More. Bad guys. And that should be all 3 of them saved. So now we can just head back in and claim our rewards. Because there's a lot. I forgot how common this music was. Like, I can barely hear it. While I was recording calls for Tricky, like getting the images I did get, I was just into the One-Tail Hollow music, which I still love to this day. I think it's great. I love the soundtrack in this game. That's why I love this game, to get something. Get on the new Switch online for the Switch 2. Like, speaking of that, comes out this week. Yeah, that's letting you guys know when this recorded. Comes out 3 days from now, and I'm very excited.
Thank you for saving my babies. Here is your reward.
There we go. That opens up those that hut that we saw earlier with the fuel cells in it. Which is quite nice, because I think I don't remember how much you actually need to get to 80. I think you need 40 total. I want to say it's 40 or like 30 to 35. We should have enough anyways. This whole episode is actually going to be a bit of a collectathon, I guess. Because if I do everything right, I should be able to get the very last couple cheat tokens in that. Yes, I think so. I'm doing the math in my head right now. But I think we can get the last of the cheat tokens. Just trying to remember the exact location. And we can get our last staff upgrade as well.
Thank you for saving my babies. Here is your reward.
Here's your award. You will trigger some boxes. And go. Actually, need to go up here. Yeah, I know some bad guys. Tricky. We should be able to get the last staff upgrade. Should be able to set it up so we can get the last of the cheat tokens by next episode. So this will be a longer episode. Now in here is what we want.
Thank you for saving my babies. Here is your reward.
It triggers a geyser inside of the village. It looks like it's outside, but I'm pretty sure it's inside. Over here. Shoot on up here. And it leads us to a plant, but it should lead us to something else as well. Yeah, down here, which I can barely see. I think if we go over here, we end up on the other side. I just keep stopping and looking at the recording, because it's way bright on the recording. There we go.
Show me 20 20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheat token.
Yeah, there is a video showcasing all the cheat tokens, but they actually only show unlocking that geyser. They don't go all the way over here. Here you go, another cheat token. Finally, a fifth one out of 8. Oh my god. There's also some fuel cells over here, which you saw before. So might as well collect those. Any perform dead. Which I think we're full on performed as we are. An absolute shame. There's a firefly as well. And we picked out those boxes. I think they're just healing now. Can I get the firefly, please? Fine, I won't collect the firefly. Down over here, and something I might do.
Wait for me!
And it's so afraid about this game is this is probably the only Starfox game I'll ever let's play, but part of me is thinking to get Assault. There are other Starfox games I have played. I played Command on DS, I believe, and there was another one. So maybe consider it. I don't know. I'm thinking of getting Assault. Let's see what it's like. But enough about that. I'm going to jump cut and meet you guys at Cape Claw for something else we can get. So be right back. Alright. Back at Cape Claw. It was only like maybe 2 minutes. So didn't need to jump cut, but I figured I might as well. Back here there was a lot. Well, let's say a lot we can get. There's 2, maybe 3 things we can get. Firstly, you guys might remember over here there was a particular door that looked like it would have used the pull device. Well, you're right. We can go over here and use it. These guys will just attack anything you see, so don't really need to be in the sharp claw form. But we'll open this up. Let's go with something quite interesting. This is completely optional, really. There's tons of collectibles you can get. Down that flame, go over here, and well, this is the cannon that was fired at us before. We can man the cannon. And 2 things you can get. Firstly, under the bridge, we can keep you fire about halfway. Yeah, we blew that up. There is a hole there. But don't leave just yet. Instead, aim for this walk. And that's what we want. Over here though, there is something this is the first time I'm ever collecting this. I never knew this existed. It explains why my save files are 99%. Maybe you have to get everything to get 100%.
20 scarabs,
and
I'll give you a cheat
token. Cheat token. Which is great. This is number 6, I believe. Which I might just 2 more. We might be able to get 1 this episode, and next episode we'll get it on the way to the objective, which will be great. Let's see though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, we didn't have a cheat token. That's great. I love that. You no monster. Take care of him. Yeah, over here there is a staff upgrade. This one is optional. We actually have all the power-ups, so the only thing we can get is our final meter upgrade. Yeah, there's only 3. But this is also something I really get. There you go. tons of magic. Basically, we shouldn't have to worry about having much magic anymore. I think we're at a point where we'll only need magic in one more area, and that'll be it. But something I do want to try is see if I can go back to the Ocean Force Point Temple. Now, we are supposed to go to the Volcano Force Point Temple. But if my theory is correct, we could get something in Ocean Force Point now before we have to come back here later on. Because it is a point of no return. I'd rather not get to that stage. So I'm gonna take a look, see. Oh. Is that up? I was spot off. We might not be able to now. Yeah, we can't actually, so I guess we'll go back to Thorntail Hollow. Because we're forced to go to Ocean Force Point Temple at a later point. It's just part of the sharp cards, guys. Don't really want to get into fights I don't need to get into. So I'll run back to Thorntail Hollow, and I will see you guys back there for either the next episode or to go for the objective. I'll be right back.